lot with different skincare brands, the number one being Olay. I was actually, it's incredible. I still can't believe it. I was actually on the Dr. Oz show 2 weeks ago, talking about skincare and SPF.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love Dr. Oz. That's so great.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing. So I don't believe beauty has to hurt. I think the biggest part is taking care of yourself, and for one, falling in love with yourself. Look in the mirror, accept your flaws. I think the biggest problem that we face today is in social media, everyone appears to be perfect, and if you're not familiar with photoshopping or face tuning, then you truly believe that there are individuals out there with perfect skin, a perfect body, perfect hair all of the time. And I think that's
you wonder, what the hell was wrong with me?
Exactly.
Did I get skipped?
Exactly. Yeah. I love doing, the perfect pictures, but a lot of my social media, I like to go barefaced. I'm barefaced today, because I like to show people that, hey, you guys see the glammed up shot, but I'm a real person and I like my face just like this. I actually prefer not to wear makeup, but no, beauty absolutely doesn't have to hurt. In fact, beauty should make you feel just completely relaxed, and it should be a time of pampering, your little bubble baths at night and your face masks. I think that's what beauty is all about. It shouldn't have to hurt.
And, I just have to say, I just remember this experience of being at a Navy SEAL obstacle course at one of my chick camps, and we were on the mountaintop. Well, to get to the mountaintop was work, because we had to climb up a rope. We were going uphill. All of a sudden started raining, thundering, and lightning as we were going up the hill. And we're like, oh my gosh. And I think somebody slid. The Navy SEAL fell on top of one of my friends.
No.
I'm like, whoa. And so I'm at the top because I climbed up, and I'm like, woo, and it just starts raining, pouring in rain. Well, people had to climb out of their comfort zones a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And we were no longer these raving beauties with makeup and beautiful hair. We were soaked.
I love that.
Like drowned rats. Like, you're at the top and you're just soaked to the skin. But to me, it was the most beautiful that any of us were the whole trip, because we weren't worried about the way that we looked. Yep. We weren't worried about our hair, our makeup. We were alive and we were feeling like exhilarated. And to me, that was beauty.
I love that. It's almost like when you're in that situation, you let your guards down. It's like, forget it. Her eyeliner is running. Mine is running. We're just in the flesh. I love that. I truly, I hiked with my son. He's 1.5. I hiked with him for the first time like several months ago, and I used a carrier, so he was on my back, and it was in Payson, Arizona. I don't remember the exact trail, but I remember the trail led to a beautiful waterfall, and that was the most intense hike I have ever done. Like prior to having him, I used to hike. Me and my mom, we would hike like twice a day. We were going crazy at hiking. So when you ask about pain and beauty, I think when it comes to your body and keeping fit, yeah, definitely, that's good pain.
Yeah.
That's good pain.
Yeah, like, pushing yourself to be a little more, pushing yourself a little harder to kind of get uncomfortable. It makes you more comfortable and proud of yourself.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah. And I had these two ladies come into my studio last night, and they had not a stitch of makeup on, but they were just so sweet and laughing and smiling and we were enjoying each other. And to me, that was beautiful. Their sweetness was beautiful. And your passion, like when you're very passionate and you're very excited about something, your exuberance is beautiful. And I think we try to make it into this photoshopped perfection. And
Yeah.
that's not really beautiful.
It's not. It's not.
It's
I
kind of
think
fake.
I think we are the most genuine when because when you don't wear makeup or anything, you're a bit vulnerable. So I
Yes, you
think
feel naked. You feel
yeah,
naked.
the only thing you have is your personality and your smile. That's the only thing you can do to like to exude how you truly feel on the inside. So I think makeup is beautiful. I have so
It
much makeup.
enhances
It's
you.
lovely. And that's what it is. It's an enhancement. But I think people should not feel dependent on it.
I love that. Yeah, because I think we can become dependent. I have to say that it was ingrained in me once upon a time as a Mary Kay representative back in the day that we were supposed to be perfect, I guess. We were supposed to pop outside with our makeup on first thing in the morning. Yeah. I mean, so I got in the habit of putting it on every day when I got up because it was this thing that was ingrained in us. And it's the most freeing experience I have had recently was being in LA. A day after the WBFF show, I said I did not want to wear. I was like, I'm rebellion. I did not want to wear makeup today. I did not want to fix my hair. I did not want to be, And so I was actually going to a photo shoot where they're going to do that for me. So I'm riding along in the convertible, which I rented because I said They said $50 more for a brand new red 2018. Convertible. I said, heck yes.
Why not?
I'm going to drive the convertible. So though it was black, that's okay. I was driving the convertible. My hair was blowing everywhere. I mean, it was crazy. And the other girl that rode with me to the shoot, her hair was blowing everywhere. And we were laughing. And I'm like, I'm a mess.
That is so funny.
But it was like so freeing, and that to me was the best experience ever. I was like, I could do that every day.
See, it's amazing. But it's funny when you said you was a Mary Kay representative, I kind of put my foot into Mary Kay. I think I was like 19 when I first did it.
Oh, I was a young one too.
I had to stop because I was like, I like too much makeup. I like other brands. And so when people would ask what I'm wearing on my face, I'd be like, oh, Mary Kay. And then I'd name 50 other brands on my face. So it was just hard to stick with it. But that's funny that we share that in common.
Yeah. And you know how it is. I felt like I had to be I don't know if I want to say the Betty Crocker of Mary Kay, but I don't know, like, June Cleaver or something popping out every morning with my makeup on.
Yeah, I felt the same way. I pretty much, I wasn't leaving the house without makeup on.
Right. And I do have to admit, I do love makeup. I love color. I love playing with it. I love doing my hair. I love everything about beauty, but I don't feel dependent upon it anymore like I used to.
And that's the good part about it, because still I like to get dolled up and head out, but I just feel more myself when I don't wear it. And then plus I'm running after a 1.5-year-old.
Oh wow, yeah.
I sweat it off.
Yeah, right. He's like, Mom, I like you just the way you are. Probably he doesn't care if you're all dolled up and glammed up, but at least you can do it. And we all do like to do that. I mean, we like to glam up. Yeah. What are some of the best tips you can give us about fashion? Like if I do want to glam up, what are some good tips? I mean, do we have to dress appropriate for the venue? What are some good tips for people out there?
Some good tips for glamming up, I'd say it does depend on the venue. Normally when I have somewhere to go, I will look at the venue first and I'll see what it's like. So I'll see if it's a casual place, because I don't know, I just like to, and my boyfriend, sometimes he'll tell me that I need to stop doing this and it's okay to stand out. But if it's a casual setting, I don't want to be wearing a ball gown. I would feel so uncomfortable. I just kind of like to fit in and still keep my style. So I always, for one, I'll check out the venue first. And then based on that, I'll see how I'm feeling. Am I feeling frilly? Do I want to go girly, or do I want to go kind of edgy, or do I just want to go classic? I find myself often opting for like the nudes, like so browns and beige and whites. But recently I've been venturing out again into color. It's funny.
I love color.
Yeah, you know what? It's crazy that I let it go for so many years. I bought this red dress and it was totally out of my comfort zone. So it's a good thing to be out of your comfort zone every now and then.
It is a good thing.
So many compliments. I couldn't believe it. It's because they're used to seeing me wearing black and white and nude. So definitely don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone and know your silhouettes. So I know for me, I like to have something that is going to fit a little bit more snug. I really love shift dresses, but I realize that they are not the best for me. Just based on looking on my photos, I look the best when I am in something that is a little bit more fitted at top and maybe flowy and loose at the bottom. But know your silhouettes and don't be afraid to experiment with florals and patterns. I really love stripes. So, but basically whatever makes you feel good.
Hang on, I got it. Okay. All right. Our live stream was a little bit screwed up, but I think I fixed it.
Technical difficulties.
Well, what happened is one day I had too much time on the computer, so I was trying to get it so the Zoom didn't come in. Like, what would happen is a Zoom would come in on you and you didn't know it was on. And so people would be on camera way before they knew. So I was trying to fix it. I did fix it. I fixed it too well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right. So I think we're live now, but I'm just making sure because I don't want anybody to miss this with you today.
Oh,
yeah, it did record it. Cool. All right, we're cool.
Perfect. Perfect.
Awesome. Because what would happen in the past is you would have Facebook and it would open and you would hear yourself echoing. So everything I say, it would say it again.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's distracting when you hear yourself.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, how do you fix this? This is not a good thing in the system. And then I was listening to Tim Story. I don't know if you know who Tim Story is, but he's the preacher to the stars. And I was listening to him on Steve Harvey, and I'm like, oh, they have the same problem.
Oh, see. So it's
a little bit better.
It's common. Oh, technology. We're always trying to figure it out.
Yeah. So what was your most popular YouTube video, and why do you think that is?
Ooh, let's see. It's funny. My most popular YouTube videos are hair. Like they're all my hair videos, and it's crazy because I didn't come into it talking about hair, but when I decided to cut my hair off, I shaved my hair off and I started all over, and I decided to not put any chemicals or any heat into my hair. And I think that's when I became the most, I guess, relatable, because there are other people out there trying to figure out
their hair too.
Problem with hair. Your hair, we just all want to have great hair.
Right.
So my most popular YouTube videos is my hair videos, and specifically when I did these twists, they were Senegalese twists. And I'm not sure if it was popular because of the name, the Senegalese. So it was interesting to people, but that is my #1 video. And I remember I wanted to be so detailed. So I explained every little thing, and little old me, I'm running back and forth, changing camera angles. I made it look like an actual production. It was just me the entire time, but I put a lot of time into that video.
I love that.
And I guess it paid off.
It did. It definitely did, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's great. And I think that also speaks to people, not to look down the nose at your ideas. Like sometimes, you have an idea
Mm-hmm.
And it just pops in their brain and you're like, oh, it's a great idea. And then you're like, oh no, probably somebody else, nah, that's probably silly. Or somebody else has probably done that. Right.
You know what? I did best on YouTube so I just recently bought a house, so everything here is just chaos, and my filming room is chaos. It's not even set up yet. But I'm really big on having a filming room, because when those ideas pop up in your head, it's great to turn the camera on and film it right then and there. There was a point where I was filming and posting videos every single day. I did it for 14 days straight, and wow, I couldn't believe the turnout that I got. I saw the followers increase dramatically. I saw so many comments and so many people able to relate, and that's because I didn't give my time to second guess the ideas that came into my head. I didn't give my time that, because I'm very.
That's perfect. That's the Mel Robbins 5-second rule. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off. You don't give your brain a chance to delay everything. Like once you do that, it's you're set back.
Yeah, everything just gets kind of funky and you're not sure, you're questioning things. So as soon as you get that idea, I'm really big on my notepad in my phone. It's like on full, because I always take notes. I write down my ideas, and I know whenever I write it down, I'm not going to question it. I'm just going to do it, because my mind was somewhere at that point, and just trust it. We have to trust
that. I love that. Trusting yourself. That's huge. Yeah. I think a lot of us, we trust ourselves when we're children, but then we're taught not to trust who it is we are and our ideas, or somebody else may be small-minded. We might have big ideas and they make them uncomfortable. And, you may be around people that are like, oh no, that'll never work, or whatever, right? Surrounding yourself with people like your boyfriend encouraged you to run for it, go for it. I think that's key.
It really is. It really is. I mean, that's how so many geniuses come into place. They really trust themselves. And I think right now, a lot of us, we put a lot of our trust of our ideas into other people's hands. So we'll ask and they'll say, oh, that's kind of crazy, or good luck doing that. Like, oh, that's going to be difficult. And then when all of those things get put into your mind, you begin to believe that too. Like, it's out of my league. It's too much for me. So it's crazy. I really don't even share my ideas anymore. I just do them now.
I started kind of doing that too.
Yeah.
I'd rather just be from the show me state.
Yeah.
Like your ideas come to you, and I'm just like, if you don't run with it and then you run it by somebody else, so I'm not going to ask somebody else permission to live in my greatness anymore.
Right. That's a great way of putting it too.
Right.
And yeah, that's exact. We just have to trust ourselves. I think that's also a continuous journey. We have to keep on remembering that we ultimately know what is best for us.
Right. And I think that's a huge lesson. And one of the biggest ones from the podcast today is just trusting yourself. And I think just being who it is you were meant to be, like being authentic. Like, don't you feel like when you don't wear makeup and you do things you love, don't you feel more authentic? Don't you feel like that you feel more beautiful too?
Yeah. And what's crazy is I feel like I think people notice that, oh, this person's doing that, and they don't feel the need for makeup. Like it's funny that I'm in this industry. I'm in the beauty industry, and I do a lot of makeup reviews, but most of the time when I'm out and about and people see me, they love me for even not having that makeup on. And I mean, it does make me feel really good. That's why, as of recent, like I've gotten back into talking about skincare, because I mean, ultimately you need your skin to be up to par if you're going to wear the makeup. So I really just want to focus on teaching women and men. It's crazy. I have a pretty big male following now, which is so surprising. So I try not to leave them out now, but so teaching individuals about makeup, or not makeup, about skincare.
Yeah. So your skincare, basically, your skin is a canvas. Mm-hmm. And so to even look good in makeup, you want to take care of your skin. And obviously, you know, the older you get, the more important that is, because, you know, at 20, you have the skin you were born with, you know?
Yeah.
And at 40, you have the skin you've been working for. And at 60, you have the skin you deserve. So that was a Mary Kay thing I learned, but it really stuck with me, because I think, you know, your skin is your largest organ. What are some ways and some things that we can do to have great skin?
My number one thing, I see a huge change in my skin when my water intake is up. So when you drink a lot of water, your skin it's absorbing, it's nice and moisturized, and you're just vibrant from the inside out. And then see, that's great. And your organs are thanking you, because your organs need that water as well. So drinking lots of water. If you're not a big water drinker, eat a lot of fruit. Have a lot of melon. And then also my skincare routine, I double cleanse. So I use a bubbling cleanser, and then I'll use an exfoliating cleanser, a very light exfoliating.
Do you make these, or do you buy these? Do you have any brands you recommend?
So I really love Olay. Oh my gosh. I love Olay, and they've been really changing the skincare game. It's a classic, and they're coming out and they're doing even more things to kind of keep up with the trends. So I use their cleansers, and then
I like their regeneration cream a lot.
I love that too.
Yeah,
they're regenerous. I used you know, it's crazy. I recently began incorporating SPF. Like earlier this year, I started using SPF on a daily basis, because that's something that I just wasn't using that much. And it's because SPF would give my skin like this blue tint. Okay. It looks so strange. And I read online so many other people have this exact same problem. So when I finally tried Olay Whips, that's when I wear it every single day, because I don't get that tint, and it's not sticky. It doesn't feel greasy. So I cleanse my skin, I moisturize, and I don't just use one moisturizer.
Okay.
I layer on the moisturizer. So after cleansing,
because your skin being moist is going to keep it supple and less likely to be dry and flaky and wrinkly.
Yeah, and then I pat everything on. I don't rub anymore. I just pat. And that has to be the number one tip. You don't even need products. Even when you just wash your face, pat it to dry. Don't use a towel.
Okay. So what do you use you use astringent?
I use a toner. It's called witch hazel.
Oh my gosh, I was going to ask if that's what you use. I make my own organic skin products. It's in my book, The Sisterhood of Sweat.
Oh, you do have them. Yeah. And I still have your book. Still have your book. Yeah. Life has been so busy. I'm like, I need to sit. Maybe I'll take it on my next flight and just read.
The skin products are awesome.
See, so you make all of your own?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow. See, I used to make all of my own skin products, but then I began partnering with Olay and other.
I will say I have used a lot of oil of Olay in the past, and my grandmother used it as well. And then when I was doing some of my competitions, somebody that's high up in P&G was like, "Here, try this regeneration cream," and I'm working on it. She was like working on it, so I was like, okay. And I love that. So, but for the most part, I make my own. And I don't I don't tan in the sun. This is spray tan.
Yeah. Oh, that's
and great. The spray actually keeps me from getting any sunburn at all, ever.
Really? It's good. You know what? It acts as like a barrier.
It does. I finally realized that. I was like, what is it? I was like, because I was like, why do I never burn? I've always, burned if I was in Florida sun or out. And my husband was burning, and I'm like, why am I not getting any kind of, and then I realized, I'm like, oh my gosh, the spray tan is like a barrier.
That is awesome.
So I'm like, okay, who knew?
See, you got to keep it up then.
Yeah, I'm like, at a certain age, I stopped spraying, or not spraying, but tanning in the bed. Because I had a friend get skin cancer, and then another, and I was like, ooh, we're the same age. And it just really made me think about, I don't want to be getting too much sun. So I slowed down on it.
Yeah, see, and that's I think my problem is, since I live in Arizona and it's so sunny, I tend to stay indoors. So I remember I ended up with a vitamin D deficiency.
Oh, right, because I try to get outside. I get outside a good 30 minutes a day. But still, you can still be vitamin D deficient even if you're getting outside, because sometimes some of us don't absorb the vitamin D like we should, even from the sunlight. So you should still make sure, get tested, because I was actually getting outside every day and was still low.
See, that's crazy. Well, currently my levels are good, which really quick, I want to circle back to the skincare. Another big thing a tip for skincare is making sure you are you're not deficient in any vitamins, because that does show through your skin. Your skin will take a big hit on that. So definitely,
it starts looking kind of sallow and yellowish too. Sleep, right? Sleep too, right?
Sleep as well.
Beauty sleep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because when you're getting your sleep, you're rejuvenating all your cells, and you don't look, I don't know, I just think there's something about not getting enough sleep. You've heard that statement, oh, I look old and tired.
Yeah.
I think if you're exhausted and you're not getting sleep, it does tend to make you look older. I mean, you can be older and not look older. Like, it's something about the taking care of your health that gives you this vitality and this look, with the vitamins, with like the skincare, the vitamin D. What about your diet? What would you recommend besides melons and water? Is there anything else?
Aside from melons and water, well, I always say don't take in too much dairy, because I also see when my skin the condition of my skin kind of decreases when I have too much dairy. And then anything else in particular? I eat a lot of veggies too. I'm not really big on meat. I am a meat eater, but I prefer my veggies over meat.
So yeah, meat's a little bit acidic, so it would make sense with the fruit, the veggies. But what about good fats? Like, I take in a ton of good fats.
I love avocado. Yeah, I'm addicted. I buy way too much avocado.
I love avocado. My coach tells me for contest, eat a fourth, and I'm like, eating more than a fourth.
Good. It's so good.
I'm eating like a half. Sometimes hopefully she doesn't watch this. Sometimes a whole. Sometimes a whole avocado.
I also love peanut butter toast. I love peanut butter. Those are my staples. I can't say that I'm the biggest dietitian. I'm not really good at eating super healthy. I love lasagnas and pastas. Yeah, I love it.
That's okay. That's probably, people are going to love you just for that now.
No, but so my number one thing is I make sure I drink water. So I'll have my coffee once a day. And then after that, that's another thing. I don't drink soda. I don't drink juice. I'll have a coffee in the morning, and then I just drink water. I'll have sparkling water for dinner, but I don't drink juice or soda. Something happened to my taste buds after pregnancy, and I don't like any of it. I can't drink it.
Oh yeah. I totally understand. Things do change. My sense of smell was really heightened during pregnancy. I could literally smell the plastic off a plastic bag.
Oh my goodness.
And I couldn't stand smells, good or bad. It did not matter.
See, that's interesting. Pregnancy is interesting.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Well, tell me a little bit about your fashion, what, you know, I know like we don't all want to be the same. Like, yes, maybe I will pick something I'll go to a venue, but I want to stand out still.
Yeah.
How do we, you know, go not be too off the wall? We don't want to be like, oh, we were the worst dressed and people noticed us because of that. So how do we make a style statement is what I'm trying to say.
My number one way of making a style statement is accessorizing. So I like to keep my clothing fairly simple. Recently I used a pop of color, but normally I'll keep it fairly simple, my outfit, and then I'll accessorize. So I'll wear some really snazzy earrings or a really cool jacket. I love those staple pieces that you find, you know, where it seems like there's only one of these in the world.
Yes.
I love jackets like that. So a really cool jacket or really cool earring or great shoes. And I think that's a really nice way to stand out without having people look at you like, what is she doing? I like those good little conversation starters. So accessorizing for sure.
I love that. That kind of reminds me of my story when I met Stacy London. Do you know of what not to wear? Okay, so here I am at the Summit of Greatness. And I had dressed up. I got a beautiful sweater dress, black boots, curled my hair, you know. I was all styling, right? But, you know, menopause has struck and I'm having a hot flash, okay? It's freaking hot in there. Pretty soon, I am like having a meltdown. Like my hair literally went poker straight. And I was sweating and I was just like, oh my God. So I went out to my car. I'm like, what the heck do I have out here? And so I threw on, I had pink cowboy boots. I just had what I normally like, just jeans and like, I think a pink top, cowboy boots. I put my hair in pigtails because I was just like, I cannot take the heat. Yeah. So I didn't really think about it. There was a book signing for all the authors. I went and stood in line with Stacy London, right? And I'm standing there, I'm like, why is it taking so long? Then I realized, oh my God, she's taking an exorbitant amount of time with everyone. Is she like telling us what not to wear? I was like, and so I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, she's gonna be like, oh girl. Pigtails at 55. No, that's out. And you know, I was like thinking she's going to depict my entire outfit. I'm committing some kind of cardinal fashionista sin, and I'm going to be banned. And so I get up there to the line and I start talking to her, and I told her how much I loved her. Like I never watched her show. I confess. I had never seen it. I'd only heard her on Lois House podcast, which I loved, because she was talking about the most important accessory to wear is always your smile. And then, you know, I asked her, you know, well, what do you think? And what should I wear? And she said, she loved my outfit.
Oh, nice.
She said, always be you. Like, that is the first rule in fashion, is to be you. What is you? And me is bright, fun colors, kind of young clothes, like not like, I don't know. I like to be comfortable, but so it was a learning experience for me that, you know, I thought I was going to be she was going to be busting my chops for my fashion. Yeah. And she's just basically saying that the first rule was to just be yourself.
Yeah, I think that is true too. I do always feel my best when, like, I know this is an outfit that I would wear and I'm comfortable in this outfit. Whenever I try to go too far out of my comfort zone, it's a miss. So definitely, yeah.
Or like wearing something like, I mean, like maybe you get these shoes and they're cool, right? You're like, oh, these are badass. I'm going to wear these shoes. And then you wear them and you're like, oh my God, these things hurt. You couldn't even pay me to wear these. They're painful. And so mostly what people see is you're wearing tight shoes, you can't walk in, and you're not having a good time, right?
Yep, that's true. That is true. You definitely have to be comfortable. That's why I would love to be able to wear like stilettos and high heels, but I love me a chunky block heel, and
that's what I like, a chunky block heel.
That's what I stick with.
I mean, I can walk in heels, but
oh yeah, of course.
It's an art form. I've been teaching women in my studio how to pose in front of the camera and walk in heels, because I do think it's important to feel comfortable doing those things. And if you're not used to them, it is kind of a learned art.
It is. And I feel like when I have to wear too high of a heel, I'm thinking about, as I'm walking, I'm thinking about walking normal.
Right. And so I think there's two sides. You want to learn how to walk in the heels, but you also want to be able to walk in the heels. Like,
that is true.
Right. You've got to be able to carry it off, but you also want to make sure they're not so tight and uncomfortable that that's impossible.
Right. Exactly.
Do I hear?
I'm sorry.
He's back. It's okay.
Trying to get into my office.
Oh, it's okay. If he comes in, you can introduce him. Everybody probably want to meet him.
Okay, I think he's good. I think we're good.
Oh, no, yeah. I mean, I've had 3 children, and I'm pretty sure most of your viewers, a lot of them have kids. So
yeah, they can relate to the chaos that it can be at times.
Absolutely. Well, let's change subjects a little bit.
Okay.
Tell me a little bit about your fur babies.
Oh my goodness. So I have 2 Shih Tzus and a boy and a girl. They're Coco and Carter. And it's funny, I had them before. Of course, I had them before I had my son, and they are just like everything to me. It's so much fun. I think that having dogs, and I know a lot of people hate this, but having dogs really taught me a lot about parenting, because it's similar. You're up early in the morning, making sure they're going out to use the restroom, making sure they're fed, making sure you have entertainment for them. They're
kind of like kids, right? I think.
Yeah, they are. They are a lot like kids. Yeah. Some people, they get offended when you say that they're like kids, but it's true. The only difference is when you have a actual baby, your child is going to grow up and be able to actually have a conversation with you, but your dog will never be able to actually be verbal with you. But it's very much.
They do communicate to you, though.
They do communicate. And my boy Carter, he likes to test me. My girl Coco, she listens to me pretty good, but my boy, he likes to test me.
I love that. And since my children are grown now, we decided to we called it having a baby, but we have a baby coming. It's born already, and we'll get the second pick. So we don't know yet if it's going to be a boy or a girl, but we're very excited to bring this little baby home soon. And I was saying, thanks to my honey, thanks for having doggies with me. Like, because I miss that.
It's a joy. They make you so happy. Like they'll, when they sit in your lap, they are companions for sure. Like I can see. My grandmother, she's been wanting a dog for so long, but my grandpa is so afraid of them. But, she's kind of lonely. Her kids are adults, and she wants to be able to have a companion aside from her husband. When you're married, you just kind of need a break from your husband. So she really wants that. And I think that they're great companions, and they show a lot of affection, and they keep you occupied. They do.
Well, we need it. We need it. Nobody's supplying us with grandchildren as of yet.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take the route of adopting. I feel like it's like a child.
No, it is. It's very much so that you're adopting your new baby.
Yeah. So I'm very excited. When we do get our little puppy, I will be having to display that on here. So you guys,
please do. I'm like, I would love to see him or her. It's gonna be so much fun going and getting the name tag made.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be crazy. And it's a miniature schnoodle.
So a Schnauzer poodle. Oh, my little sister has a Schnauzer. They are amazing. They're so easy to train. It's
okay, good.
Like my Shih Tzus, they're very stubborn, and that's a Shih Tzu trait. But Schnauzers, they're very eager to learn. And I was able to teach my sister's dog in a single day how to sit, lay down, roll over, and play sleep.
Oh my gosh, that's really amazing.
In a day.
Wow, I'm excited.
And so yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Very, very much so. I'm very much excited. Well, yeah. I want to ask you about your YouTubing, to just kind of switch back to that. What was there a learning curve for you? Because a lot of us, when it comes to that technology, we're just like, what? Whoa. Mm-hmm. Was there some kind of a learning curve? And what would you recommend to somebody out there that's trying to get started and get their message out there to the world?
Mm-hmm. Well, the YouTube platform is forever changing. My number one tips for YouTube would be to stay consistent. If you can, create a posting schedule. So if you know you're working all week long, maybe post on Friday or Saturday.
Keep it consistent so people, when they're looking for you, you're there.
Yeah, even if you're not posting every single week, if you're going to post on the 15th of every single month, let your audience know, hey, I'm going to post on this day, and then they'll know to keep checking back for you. Because social media now, there's an algorithm where your content won't always pop up.
Especially that,
yeah. Especially if you're not posting every single day. So when you do finally post, you'll kind of get lost in the sauce. So the people that actually want to see and love seeing you and supporting you, they may not see it. But if they know, oh, Linda posts on the 15th, they're going to log on the 15th and look for you. So be consistent, and don't talk about anything that you don't feel comfortable with. So talk about things that you actually feel genuine about and enjoy talking about. It's so easy to want to keep up with the trends and try to get a viral video, but just keep it authentic, keep it yourself. And I feel like that way you'll gain a real authentic audience.
Right.
And also, when you do post online, it's not just posting. You're not done at posting. Make sure you engage. That's so important. They want to know that when they're watching your content or when they're viewing your content, that is the actual person behind that content. They want to be able to kind of develop a relationship with you.
Right. I think that's totally key.
Yeah, so I make it where when I post, I let them know, like, within the first couple of hours, make sure you leave a comment, because that's when I'm hot on that content and I'm trying to respond to every single comment, because it does get harder when the video is older and you're not constantly on those comments. So I'd say within the first few hours, that engagement has to be high.
Have you ever had beauty gone wrong? What is your worst?
Ooh, I think a lot of women have had the same one, but when we were doing the really light under eye area, I did that. When I would put on my makeup and I would just put way too much concealer under my eyes. I would put way too much.
You look back at it, you're like, what?
It's funny because when I would, sometimes I'll look back at my content or like in the comments, And some people would be saying like, oh, your makeup's beautiful, but try less concealer. But at that time, no, I wanted the concealer. That made me happy. So I'm able to look at it now and laugh at it.
I love that. Mine was, I bought translucent, well, it's mineral powder for your base. Mm-hmm. And I was going to the TEDx talk because I sponsored the TEDx talk in New York City. And literally, I just asked the person for my color. I told her what it was, and she gave it to me. And so I went, I flew off and put it on. And I'm like, my face looks really weird. Like,
oh, no.
I thought it looked orange.
Oh, no. She gave you the wrong color?
Oh, my God. And it was orange, and I wore a red dress. And the photographer did my picture in black and white. I think it's because I looked orange.
Oh, because you... Well, see, at least that photographer was on your side.
She's like, what the heck? And so I got back home, and I put my makeup on. I thought it was the brush. So I tried something else, and I'm like, no. I flipped the makeup over. I'm like, oh, wrong color. Okay, thank goodness. Because I was like, what is wrong with this?
Wow. Oh no. See, so, I think we've all had those. We've all had some mishaps, but I think with makeup, like when you've come a long way, I think you're able to laugh at it later. So
yeah, I mean, it's totally funny. And the worst, and then we'll probably have to start closing, but the worst and the funniest is, and I have a video of this too.
Oh.
I went to spray tan right before Christmas at the holidays. Literally, I thought, I think I look a little bit strange. Yeah. But it's probably the mirror.
The mirror.
Oh, no. I was literally gray. I looked like a reptile, like mud, like I crawled out from under a rock or something. Somehow it was a bad batch. I get home, and my whole family, all my kids, and their spouses and their fiance, they're all here.
Oh, no.
Okay? And they're playing games. My son comes to the door, and he is like, and he just starts, he starts cracking up. He freaking loses it. My daughter had said to me before that, Mom, did you spray tan? She was being nice. But like, oh my God, then they all lost it. I looked like I crawled out from under a rock. I mean, it was just, and so, oh my God, I had, of course, shower that off.
True
right away, because I mean, we were going to our families for the holidays, and I'm like, it's gonna be like. So
that was the worst timing too.
Right. It was hysterical though, and I do look like a reptile.
Oh no. Well, see, again, you can laugh at it now though. You can laugh now.
But your worst beauty stories make for your best beauty stories. And in that event, anyone listening, whoever has the worst beauty story, 3 of you, I will send you a copy of my book, The Sisterhood of Sweat. Awesome. So make sure you respond underneath this video with your worst beauty story, because I think they're entertaining.
That's gonna be fun. I'm gonna have to read those.
And let us know in iTunes. Make sure that you review this podcast, or you let us know under the video how much you enjoyed Ambrosia coming on today and just giving us her time and just her tips and a little bit of her. I really want to acknowledge you for just being a pioneer in the YouTube industry and just following your passion and igniting the rest of us that we can do the same.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be able to talk to you again. When I met you, it was really good. It was a great connection. So I'm so grateful to be able to be on your podcast.
Well, thank you so much. And where can everybody reach you on social media? Can you just tell them once again your website and Ambrosia Love?
You can find Ambrosia Love, which is my shop, and my website and blog. It's ambrosiamalbrough.com. And then on social media, my favorite platform is Instagram, and I'm very engaged on Instagram. So you can send me a direct message or leave me a comment. And my Instagram is Brosia, BROSIAAA.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you everybody for listening to the Sisterhood of Sweat.
Thank you so much.